Yo.
Ronaldinho, Xavi, Andres Iniesta, Toni Kroo, Cesc Fabregas and Carlos Tevez all took their first steps towards global stardom. Ronaldinho, Xavi, Andres Iniesta, Toni Kroo, Cesc Fabregas and Carlos Tevez all took their first steps towards global stardom at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Now England's class of 2017 led by boss Steve Cooper aimed to follow in the footsteps of football's biggest names at the finals in India. Getty Images, Getty 8-man nuts. Angel Gomez is the only England U17 squad man with Prem experience. Getty Images, Getty 8 midfielder Phil Foden has already impressed his Man City chief Pep Guardiola. A cruel Euro final penalty shootout defeat to Spain in May has only whetted the appetite for Cooper's young guns to reach for the stars. Reading striker Danny Loader, 17, said, "It has to be all of our aims to become big players in the game. You have to dream big and set your goals high. It's very inspiring to hear that all those players have played in this competition." England's U17s, who have never progressed further than the World Cup quarter-final stage, kick off their Group F campaign against Chile at the Salt Lake Stadium in Kolkata tomorrow. They started a golden summer for the Three Lions age-grade teams with their impressive performances in Croatia, which ended in heartbreak. Since May, the Under-20s lifted the World Cup in South Korea, the U19s won the Euros in Georgia, a mixed-age side defended their Toulon tournament trophy while the U21s reached the Euro semi-finals in Poland. Getty Images, Getty 8 Jadon Sancho was a shock £10 million deadline day mover from Man City to Dortmund. Olympics Sport 8 Reading ace Danny Loader says England are inspired by the list of big names who have reached the top after shining at international under-17 level, and now with the seniors booking their spot at Russia next summer, Loader hopes his teammates can get the ball rolling by setting the standard once again. Loader has already made his competitive reading debut in the EFL Cup extra-time win over Millwall in August. The forward, who cites Samuel Eto'o as his childhood hero, added, "What the youth teams did in the summer was very impressive and hopefully we can get it started again. We have to aim to win this competition. That's both our aim and expectation." Reuters NEYMAR is a prime example of a modern-day footballer who has risen to the very top through the international age groups. The Euros was very good and it has set us up for this. Even though we were disappointed to lose in the final, it gave us a confidence boost. We realized we did well. We've seen the other teams here and we feel we rank quite highly. England have been boosted by the availability of Borussia Dortmund's £10 million signing Jadon Sancho, 17, for the group stages. The ex-Manchester City forward lit up the Euros and was named the Golden Player of the tournament after scoring 5 goals. To put that in context, Wayne Rooney in 2002 and Connor Wickham in 2010 are the only previous Three Lions winners of that prestigious gong. Getty Images, Getty 8 Lion Cub Ryan Brewster has been closing on a senior debut for Liverpool. Dortmund were reluctant to release Wizkid Sancho, who has already been named on the first-team bench for the Bundesliga game at Augsburg this season. But the FA negotiated his release to play against Chile as well as group games against Mexico and Iraq. Angel Gomez, 17, who missed the Euros through injury, is another highly rated starlet, having made his Manchester United Premier League debut against Crystal Palace in the final game of last season. 8 England under-19 skipper Jay De Silva shows off the European trophy joy on the return to England. Manchester City midfielder Phil Foden and striker Ryan Brewster of Liverpool are also closing in on first-team debuts. Morgan Gibbs-White became Wolves' youngest player since Robbie Keane in 1997 when he played in last season's FA Cup win against Stoke. And the 17-year-old, who has 12 first-team appearances under his belt, says England's next generation have enjoyed the experience of travelling to the subcontinent. Midfielder Gibbs-White models his game on Barcelona midfield ace Iniesta, who played in the 2001 tournament for Spain. Joe Worrell lifts the trophy after England retained their Toulon tournament crown in June. He said, "It's always a dream come true to play for your country, and the World Cup is an even bigger dream. This is a different setting and vibe to back at Wolves. This is my first time playing in a hot climate and the heat has taken a while to get used to. It's been hard to breathe. We went to an event the other day to give something back to the local community. Some of the kids didn't even have shoes. We put on a training session and tried to make them happy. The kids loved it.